Thanks for staying with us for Ohio and Company. I'm Eve Mueller. The battle over the state's next two-year budget is in full swing at the Ohio State House. And at the center of it all, students and how to fund their public education in this state. Now, joining us from the Ohio Education Association, we welcome Patricia Frost Brooks, president of OEA, and Michele Winship. She is an education reform consultant. Thank you, ladies, for joining us.
Quite welcome.
First of all, tell us, when we're talking about this state budget and education, Patricia, what's at stake here?
Yes, the Governor Strickland, has proposed huge seismic shifts in transforming public education in Ohio. He has shown great courageous leadership. This is a chance when students will be able to move forward and advance with 21st century skills so that they can remain competitive in this global society when they're finished with school, so that they can have the jobs. And we know that a good, strong education system leads to a strong economic system in Ohio. It's an opportunity for the school funding formula to be fixed. It's a broken system. The Ohio Supreme Court has declared it unconstitutional 4 times, and so the governor has proposed a new funding system that will give relief to the taxpayers and put more of the funding of schools on on the state rather than on the taxpayers.
So Michele, what does this look like when we talk about a 21st century education system? Tell us what that means, what elements are in there, and how will students prosper with that?
Well, a 21st century education goes beyond the basics that we're familiar with and really incorporates knowledge and skills that students need to know and be able to do to be successful in a very rapidly changing world. The traditional academic core is the foundation, so reading, writing, math, science, social studies, the arts. But added to that is specific 21st century content for our world, like global awareness, financial literacy, health and wellness. We want our students to have lifelong learning skills, so critical thinking, creativity and innovation, collaboration, and then technological literacy is very important as well. We're all tweeting and texting and Facebooking in this world. We want them to have life skills, leadership, ethics, self-direction, reliance, and all of that has to be assessed using 21st century assessments, which means going beyond standardized testing.
Well, normally with the state budget process, you know, your education's given a pile of money and the state says, here, do with it what you need to do. But are you suggesting that we fund what's correct to fund, what we need to fund for a good future first, which is kind of a little different out-of-the-box thinking?
Well, it is a little bit of an out-of-the-box thinking, because what the governor has done is he's actually determined what the parts of a high-quality education are and has funded those. And that includes all of those 21st century skills.
Okay. Well, Patricia, some critics may say, though, we can't afford to do this, particularly at a time like this for this state. So how do you take this argument and let people know this is something really important that we can't pass up right now? Kids are learning now, and now is the future.
Exactly, Eve, and I think you've said it. This is an opportunity that we cannot pass up, because this is the 21st century, and we have to keep moving our students, because it's advancing. As Michele has said, with the technology, everything is advancing, and we can't leave our students behind. And the OEA is leading the way, making sure that we support the governor's plan to transform public education in Ohio. And we need the support of parents, students, and the communities, urging them to call their representatives in support of this, because we want to make sure that students come before the politics, not the plan that the Senate has that will just be the status quo.
And I know part of the governor's plan is all day, every day kindergarten, and lengthening that school year and even the school day. You will need parent support for that.
That is it, yes, because we want to make sure our students are ready when they are in the first grade. So what better start at kindergarten to get them prepared into entering into school, yes.
So in the meantime, while this plan is still being debated and we don't know what's going to happen, what concerns you about what is happening in schools right now?
Well, when you look at continual levy failures, you have school districts that are cutting their teaching staff, eliminating busing, instituting pay for play fees, and our children are the ones who are suffering. With this plan, with the reliance on local tax funding eliminated, you don't have communities going to war together in order to pass a levy. And our students come out the big winners because they're going to get a quality 21st century education no matter what district they live in.
Patricia, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, exactly. And that's what our students need. They need a funding system where they can continue to go to school, where they don't have to have cuts in programs, in foreign language, in math, so that they can continue their education and be competitive in the 21st century. This, the Governor Strickland's plan has a vision, it has energy, and it has a new hope for the state of Ohio for our students.
Okay, ladies, thanks for joining us today, Patricia Frost-Brooks and Michele Winship. Appreciate your point of view.
Yes,
thank you.
For more on OEA and the 21st Century Schools Plan, just visit www.futureofohio.org.